Hello, Charles Van Morgan. I am in Maryville, Tennessee, campaigning for governor of the state of Tennessee. As you see, the signed Veterans Memorial Bridge. I'm here handing out leaflets, passing them out, part of the strategy to win the governor's office for you. You know, I have a friend, Larry Bledsoe, a veteran of Vietnam, that is endorsing me and supporting me. You know, he has people that tell him today that thank you for your service. And he tells them he appreciates that, but he explains to them that's not the way it's always been. Years ago, when they came back from Vietnam, there was anger towards the war, and they took it out on the Vietnam soldiers that came back, calling them baby killers, and they were told by their supervisors not to even wear their uniforms because of the hatred towards the soldiers. But time has got it right, because now people appreciate the Vietnam soldiers, and he tells them thank you. And now they understand that it's not the soldier, it was the war that some people did not like. The soldiers were doing their jobs. And you know, my heart and mind goes to when soldiers were coming back from the war after they had to defend America. Some of them had to fight, and people died at their hands defending the United States of America. They were doing their duty. And they had guilty blood on their hands. And then they had to face the United States of America, some of the people that did not appreciate their service, which is what keeps America free. And I'm sure it was pretty devastating. But now time has corrected that, and soldiers are honored. Time has gotten it right for Vietnam soldiers. Some of them are in high positions in government offices as a result of their service and sacrifice to the United States of America. And I appreciate my friend Larry Bledsoe, a Vietnam veteran, endorsing me for a candidate for the governor of the state of Tennessee in 2022. You know, I never joined the military. I wanted to. I was an only son, and my father was deceased before I was 2 years old, and I wanted to join the military, but my mother didn't want me to, and I didn't, because my dad was deceased and I wanted to carry on my father's name. If I'd have been killed in the military, that would have never happened. So I didn't join the military. Although my heart was in it, I didn't for my mother. She didn't want me to. But I did get into law enforcement. I served in law enforcement for 18 years. And my mind goes back to how some of those veterans must have felt coming back. I'm not saying that I am a veteran or comparing myself to a veteran in a foreign land fighting for freedom. But I got a little bit of taste of how they must have felt. Because as a result of my protecting Tennesseans and doing what the state of Tennessee asked me to do, there were people that lost their lives as a result of their actions. And there is guilty blood on my hands. After these incidences, I'm not the same person that I was before. I'm not saying that I did anything wrong, because I did not. I did my duty. I did what I was supposed to do. But as a result of things like that happening, it changes you. You're not the same person inside that you were before. You have lost the innocence that you once had. Not the innocence of doing something wrong, but the innocence of living in a world without that kind of hardship, knowing that that has happened, and having your boots on the ground, fighting for Tennesseans, knowing that that's a result of your good deeds. And that will never be wiped away. I'm not the same person until someday I stand before God and God says that it is okay, and He will. Because if you subscribe to the Bible, I was carrying the sword, and God gives officers permission to enforce the law, and that's what I did. If you don't subscribe to the Bible, then at least honor the rule of law. Don't blame the soldier, blame the state. And I ask all Tennesseans to rise up. This government doesn't do us right. And put me in the governor's office, and I will continue to fight and sacrifice for Tennesseans and put Tennesseans' lives and safety first. My boots have been on the ground. I did my duty, and I will continue to do that for you. I ask you to honor my service to citizens and put us in the Tennessee governor's office in 2022, Charles Van Morgan. Thank you all very much. I'm asking people to phone bank. It's a free way to beat the money of the billionaires, of the people that are raised with a silver spoon. By phone banking, what I mean is call your friends and ask them to call your friends and tell them to vote for us, for Charles Van Morgan for governor in 2022, and ask them to call their friends. And we'll get the message out. Phone banking is free. However, that you talk to your friends is fine with me. This government is evil, and it needs to be overcome at the voting booth. And you need to put yourself in the governor's office with me on the tag. Charles Van Morgan. Find me on Facebook for governor 2022. Thank you very much.